What's better than 10 days of Mary's Mini?
18 days?
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Jessica.
Today we will be discussing the second half of the Mary's Mini Diet Challenge that we did. We already covered the first 5 days, now we're going to cover the second 5 days.
If you don't know what Mary's Mini is at this point,
check out. We should have explained it already.
We've explained it a million times, but check it out. It is essentially a 10-day diet developed by the McDougalls. Check out the links in the description below and you will be all caught up on it.
Yep.
So we've been doing this. Today is actually day 13?
13, yes.
So we originally set out to do 10 days, but we decided, meaning I decided, and this poor guy comes along for the ride, to go to 18 days.
I just need to know what to cook, that's all. Just you let me know what you want to eat, I'll make it for you. It's that simple.
You're so nice. But anyway, so we're going to talk about the next 5 days, which led us to the 10th and final day of the challenge, but then also a little bit about some of the stuff that's been going on since the 10th day.
Yes.
So let's kick it off. I think the first thing, let's just talk about what we've been eating.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say the most frequent thing we've been eating are hash browns.
Yeah.
They're just so easy. We have a nice brand of frozen ones that the only ingredient is potatoes. We're really lucky to be able to get those here, and they are just easy to heat up and put on our griddler, and they cook up in 15 minutes. You don't have to worry about cooking potatoes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I will say this, if you're gonna do this and you have a griddler, wait until they don't stick. Leave it shut,
yes.
Wait till they don't stick. Trust me, they will get done and they will be good. They will be good.
You have to let it go. You have to let it sit for at least 15 minutes before you lift it. Don't lift it before that.
If it sticks, it's not done.
If you want Brian to do a demonstration video on our griddler, let us know, because we've had a ton of questions.
That'll be a short video, but yes.
A ton of questions. So yeah, hash browns have been very frequent throughout our diet. It's just our go-to. The other thing that we've been eating a lot of is for lunch this week, we've been taking a million baked potatoes.
Yeah.
It's been like baked potatoes, steamed veggies, and salsa all week. And
it starts to get really tedious after a while. I mean, it's good. It's not, I mean, well, okay. Jessica was having a rough day going on day number 12.
Yeah.
So,
I was just like, I'm just over the baked potatoes. Like, I like the other kinds of preparations. Even, I think I'm also just not allowing myself to use as many of the condiments and stuff that I should be. I'm trying to really limit it because I feel like the whole point of this is to have something that's bland and doesn't like super flavorful.
Jessica likes to punish herself.
And so, yeah, I kind of keep struggling. And Brian's just like, just add more salsa. Just, do whatever.
Yeah, if you can't palate, the food, then make it palatable.
Yeah,
I know. That's the deal.
I know. It's a struggle. Anyway, the other thing we've been eating a ton of is mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see, we just released our mashed potato video a few days ago. So we'll
links
link
down
to
below.
That. Yes. But yeah, mashed potatoes. Then the other thing that we've been eating a lot of, and we've gotten a lot of questions on, are potato puffs.
Yes.
So this is basically taking our mashed potatoes and putting it into the air fryer.
Yes. I made them a few times, and I tried, different seasoning, different sort of techniques and stuff like that. Used them in the air fryer. They will stick to the air fryer, and since we don't use any oil of any kind, like, it's just, I got to figure out something. I did experiment with some parchment paper.
Yes.
That seemed to work pretty well, but I don't know, the air fryer just doesn't do it for me. I ended up baking some and they turned out really, really good in my opinion. So I think going forward, if I'm making puffs, I'm probably gonna bake them instead of air fry them, unless I can come up with a better method for air frying the puffs. So
interesting. The other thing that Brian's been experimenting just a little bit with is potato pancake. So what did you just make?
Okay, so I basically made a potato pancake using mashed potatoes mixed with a little nutritional yeast, garam masala, and some mushroom powder formed into patties, and then I cooked them on the griddler until they were crispy on the outside and very soft in the middle, and they were absolutely amazing.
They didn't look...
They didn't look great. Tasted great.
Good job, Brian.
I know.
You rock. High five. You're my potato master. I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing we've been experimenting with is cheese sauce. As some of you may remember, Jessica loves cheese, and since she can't really have it anymore, she wanted something cheesy.
Yes, so we actually made Brand New Vegan's cheese sauce recipe, which the only ingredients are Yukon Gold potatoes, carrots, nutritional yeast, apple cider vinegar, mustard, and some spices.
Yep.
So it's all compliant under the rules of a Mary's Mini, right? The first time we made them, we actually made fries for the first time as well, which have been kind of fun to make. So we did cheese fries, and then the next day, actually, so Brian, as you can tell, does like a majority of the cooking. I'm the helper and the organizer and the cleaner and the, whatever, but he does all the actual cooking usually. So he actually fell asleep, and I had to prepare a lunch. And so I made these baked potatoes with some spinach that had been sauteed and topped it with the cheese sauce. I thought it turned out pretty nice.
It did turn out really nice.
But yeah, so the cheese sauce for me, I kind of have like a conflict in my head. It's like when I'm eating it, it tastes like cheesy sauce. And so it just, to me, again, is that like defeating the whole purpose of Mary's Mini, because it's supposed to be boring and plain, and that's like, resetting, whatever. I feel like it's like a crutch to get through it for me. I don't know.
I would say you're crazy. Because everything is compliant, so therefore, why can't you use it?
I know. I'm torn both ways. But what ended up happening was we made it, and then after we got through that batch, I had like 3 or 4 days where I was like eating just the plain baked potatoes with the salsa and da-da-da, and I was just kind of, So I caved, and we made more cheese sauce.
Yeah.
So I'm happy we did, because it's super tasty. It's crazy what it does to your mind, though. Like, you think you're actually eating some kind of cheesy sauce, or there's got to be cream or something in it, but it's not. It's just potatoes and carrots and seasonings and stuff.
This has also led to a bit more experimenting that we will probably get into later. Or if you actually follow our Instagram, you know exactly what we did today.
Yes, today we made a hash brown casserole.
And it was amazing. Needs to be tweaked a little, but it was still amazing.
Yes. Anyway, the other thing that we have done is make sure that we get our veggies in.
So yes, we were definitely getting our veggies in through this entire time. I have actually really been enjoying just straightforward raw vegetables with broccoli and cauliflower, usually with some type of mustard or some other type of dry spices on it. That's been the fun thing for me to kind of munch on during meals.
I've been doing mostly steamed. We've been getting into green beans the last couple of days. They've been super good.
Yeah.
So
I like air frying the green beans. They turn out really good.
I like the griddler. I like to do the raw veggies but then like the fresh veggies on the griddler. Or, well, Brian does them for me usually. Mm-hmm. But, the zucchini and summer squash, that's been really tasty too.
Squash has been super good right now, yeah.
So, yeah, we've been getting in a lot of veggies, and that's pretty much what we've been eating. It's kind of like every meal we have, we're like, are we going to do, hash browns, mashed, baked, potato puffs, We've done a
Yeah.
couple of crazy things. I made like a salad out of the potato puff salad.
Yeah, that did happen. That was the big day of experimenting with potato puffs.
Yeah, so we've been making a few different kinds of things, but overall I think a lot of it's been pretty tasty, but there's been a few meals where I've just kind of taken an hour to eat because I'm like, I don't want to eat this anymore. But, you move on.
Yeah, we move on.
Yay. So we know what we've been eating, but how have we been doing with the Mary's Mini? We actually have some clips that we've recorded over the past few days of us talking about it, so why don't we go ahead and watch those?
Roll it!
All right, so we've made it to the end of day number 9. We went to a concert. We actually just got back. We saw Beck and Cage the Elephant.
Great show.
It was a really good show. So yeah, day number 9. We have decided we're going to do this for another 9 days. So we're at our halfway point right now. I think Brian's starting to get a little bit...
Yeah, it's not necessarily boring. I want some of the stuff that we had before. Like I want a nice, crisp, cold salad, with some pumpkin seeds and like some dressing that I make, like
hummus.
Stuff like that, and hummus. Yes, we've been missing out on the hummus. Jessica,
yes.
How are you feeling today?
Well, it's day number 10, and I'm just like kind of over potatoes at the moment. I mean, I was all enthusiastic and gung-ho and like, let's do this longer. But now I wish today was the last day, honestly, just because I'm not feeling it anymore. Well, I don't know how I feel. I'm just like, meh.
I am feeling okay. I don't feel any kind of way towards potatoes or not towards potatoes. I feel fine. I'm fine keeping on eating what we're doing right now until, my birthday, I guess. But I don't know. I just, me. It's like I said last night. I'm craving other foods that we normally eat, and I can't get those right now. So it's like,
Hello. So it is day 11, and I'm about to leave work. I don't want any more potatoes. I think I'm just now... It's like a choice of doing that. It's more of a choice to keep doing this, and I'm just regretting that choice. But I think maybe we just need to go back to like some of the more creative potato preparations. Last few days I've done kind of boring, because I know that's kind of supposed to be the point of Mary's Mini, right? It's supposed to be boring. But I feel like I just need something a little bit more exciting just to get me through these next 8 days. But yeah, I sent Brian out to go buy more potatoes because we're out right now of russets. So I'm going to go home and make a giant serving of hash browns because I am starving, and that's really all I can have. Bye.
This is 20 pounds of potatoes. I bought this today because we're continuing to do Mary's Mini longer than 10 days.
So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't hate the idea of doing it, but I also don't love the idea of doing it. I mean, there's tons of other recipes that we can explore and stuff, but I don't know. We're losing weight on it, so I figured we might as well keep going. Besides, like you keep saying, my birthday's around the corner, and it's a good stopping point, before then.
So, what's your favorite thing to eat now on Mary's Mini?
So far the best thing has definitely been the hash browns. It was the mashed potatoes, and then now it's definitely the hash browns. I could easily eat hash browns every morning going forward and be very, very happy. The home fries would probably be second, because I will make them until they are good and crunchy and then cover them in some nutritional yeast with a little bit of salt, garlic, and onion powder, and they come out just so good. Yeah. Anything else, Jessica?
What do you think you've learned from doing this, or what has it done for you?
Besides the weight loss, it's made me sort of go back to a fun time where I get to experiment a lot. That's been the absolute best thing for me. I love experimenting with food, and so the fact that I've been able to have the same thing over and over and over again, I get to perfect a recipe a bit more. And I'm not even done with the mashed potato recipe that we just posted. Like, I want to improve upon that, and then maybe do a separate video just going through how much better I can get it. But right now, yeah, the experimentation has definitely been the best thing about this entire process for me.
What are you craving the most right now from our normal diet?
Ooh, from the normal diet, I have been craving bananas. There's one other fruit too, apples. Today, yesterday, last night, somewhere around that, I had a massive craving for jambalaya. I miss our jambalaya.
All right, so today is number 11, and we've decided to keep going because we're crazy, mostly because I'm stubborn, and I have this vision, I have this laid out in my head. It's like my plan is that we will continue the Mary's Mini through August 8th, which Brian's birthday is the 9th. Then we'll have Brian's birthday, we'll celebrate, maybe eat a few things we're not supposed to. And then we'll go right back into our regular whole food plant-based diet that we've been eating this entire time to lose all this weight.
So, Jessica, what has been your favorite meal so far?
I think it was probably day 5 when we made dinner. It was a nice collaborative effort between the two of us. We made the mashed potatoes with the kale, like the what do you call it, water sauteed kale, some veggies and some green beans. It was just really good. I thought it was just a really good meal. That kale, I need to make some more kale. We don't have any kale, but I need to make some more. It was really tasty.
Mm-hmm. What is something that has surprised you so far in this process?
I guess what surprised me is just how much I'm craving all the things that I normally eat on a regular basis. So I feel like I take those things for granted a lot, like just simple things like bananas with a little bit of nut butter, like my breakfast fruit, or, my nice cream at the end of the night. And so I think, I don't know, I didn't really feel like I would miss a lot of those things, or the hummus. And now I'm just craving all those things. It's not like I want, bad stuff, I do want chocolate. But it's not like I want super, super bad stuff. It's not like I'm like, I want to go out and eat a really bad pizza or something crazy like that. I just want my normal stuff. I want my giant salad. And I know we can eat salad on this, but it's not the same as our giant salads with our hummus. It's not the same.
Do you feel that you have it in you to make it another 7 days?
Yes, only because I'm stubborn. I'm very, very, very stubborn. When it comes to
You're stubborn, no.
When it comes to these things, it's today was the first day where I think temptation, because it's day 11, so we've completed the 10 days. So it was the first day, my coworker has chocolate bars in her desk. I know she does. And I could have just gone in there and snuck one. But today was the first day where I even thought about that. But then I was like, well, I've committed myself to doing this for another 8 days, including today. And once I've made a commitment, it's just that's it, and I'm not there's no negotiating that. So I think my stubbornness will allow me to keep going, as much as you probably will get super annoyed with me this weekend when we're home eating potatoes all weekend, and you're going to be like, I don't want potatoes, let's switch to rice, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, we're in it, and we're going to do it.
For the record, I would never switch to rice.
Oh, look, the oven's ready for more potatoes.
So that pretty much covers those 5 days. It was interesting, but we're stupid and we're continuing on past these 10 days. But I feel that we have a bit more to talk about, some other thoughts about Mary's Mini.
We've been jotting down just a couple of notes of things that we've noted that might be interesting to other people who are trying this out or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
The first one that I thought was interesting is about 4 or 5 days ago, I stopped being hungry for breakfast. So like I won't even get hungry until like noon or 1 o'clock, which is just interesting to me. The first few days we started this, I was really hungry for breakfast, and now I'm just kind of like, eh. And so we've had a lot of people ask us like, how do you know how much to eat? And you just have to kind of do it intuitively.
Yeah.
If you're not hungry, don't eat. If you're hungry, eat. Like, it's pretty simple. It's kind of hard to follow that because sometimes you'll start questioning in your mind like, am I hungry? And so you kind of have to look for the signs, that you're actually hungry. Now this morning Brian made breakfast, and then after seeing how good his breakfast looked,
it was very good.
I wanted breakfast, but then I was just like, it's fine. So that's just
I'm gonna tease this one. Crispy Italian potatoes.
Ooh, fancy. So yeah, that's been interesting for me. The other thing that I have noted, and I don't really want to talk about this.
Talk about it, Jessica.
I don't want to talk about
It needs to go out there. These people need to know the reality of our situation. Well, your situation.
I don't want to talk about it.
Too bad. Do it.
Okay. So it's kind of one of those things.
It's okay. We're here to support you, Jessica.
I think I need Peef. Oh, Peef. Peef is here to support me. Peef, tell him what happened.
That's not.
He's not going to be able to talk. So basically, it's been a little rough for me during the Mary's Mini in the movement department.
Wow, you're really beating about the bush now.
It's not that I'm like constipated.
It's just a lot of fiber.
I don't know if it's too much fiber. I just want to put this out there as a PSA. This can happen. You might be perfectly normal like Brian and everything's like flowing fine, but the thing is, that's not always the case. Just because you're eating a lot of fiber does not mean everything is going fine. I've read that you should eat more greens, and I've been trying to eat more greens. I just ate half a bag of kale.
Yeah, it was super good.
A ton of broccoli today. Like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's been slow.
In other thoughts, Jessica is getting back to the point where she hates potatoes.
Oh, I wrote.
We
have some notes that we like to write sometimes when just like little notes.
Yeah.
And it just says, potatoes suck.
Yep.
It's not that they suck. They don't suck. I love potatoes.
We've been, of course, discussing this all with Martin, the Great Potato Mage.
Yes.
And
Follow
he's
Martin.
been absolutely hilarious.
Yes.
And very encouraging for us to continue.
Yes,
So.
check out Martin. He did the 10 days also with Mary's Mini. Then he decided to switch to rice as his starch, and then decided that was a bad idea. And I think he's actually getting ready to do the Mary's Mini again. So if you guys are doing it or whatever, go on over to his page, follow him, and follow along with what he's doing.
Yeah, he's just an entertaining guy to watch anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we covered everything, and there's really nothing else to cover.
Really? There's nothing else that you can think of that these people might want to know about?
You mean like a chart? Yay!
You know how Jessica loves her
Chart.
charts. So, of course, we charted all of our weight loss throughout this entire process. And let's see. Who do you want to show first? You want to show you or me?
I'll do mine. That's fine.
Okay, good.
All right, so you can see my chart is up there now of my weight loss throughout this entire Mary's Mini process. And over the 12 days so far that we've done this, I have lost a total of 4 pounds. It was actually, I think, 3.6 pounds after the 10-day mark. And I'm pretty happy with this. Like, I was hoping it would be a little bit more, but I think I've been losing, around 8 pounds or so per month. So to do the 4 pounds in like 12 days is pretty on par with what I normally would lose. And it gave me a little kickstart in the weight loss because I've been slow over the past few weeks. As I get closer to my goal, it becomes a little bit more difficult to, I'm losing less obviously because I have less to lose. So yeah, 4 pounds for me, I feel like I'm happy with that. And I feel like it might increase once
the movement happens. Just being honest, folks.
I'm just saying, it will. But yeah, so I'm kind of, that's how I feel about mine. Now let's talk about Brian's. His is way more impressive.
So as you can see from the chart for my 10 days, I lost a grand total of 8.2 pounds, which is actually really fantastic. But the cooler thing is that if you look on the list and it goes down to our 13th day, I hit 349.
Yes.
And this is the first time that I've been below 350 in about 2 decades. And it kind of blew me away. I had to stare at the scale this morning and just have a moment of like, holy crap. Like, I'm actually like, I'm below a level that I haven't been at in a very, very long time.
Good job.
And it was, actually an emotional moment for me. I'm happy with what I've done now. It's like, and I'm happy that I was able to kind of do it doing this goofy challenge of eating potatoes and other stuff.
So you're glad I made you do this, is
well,
what you're saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that we've done it. It's definitely been eye-opening to experiment with all of the potatoes and then to lose weight and like get kick-started on our weight loss again. But I mean, it's like my chart speaks for itself.
Yeah, so he's at 10.2 pounds total loss in the Mary's Mini so far.
Yes.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you are after the 18 days. But the other thing that happened when he hit the 349, he ran in here and showed me a picture of it, and I was like, wait a minute, our total weights should be now below 514, which if you remember, Brian's actual start weight for this whole journey was 514.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been waiting for the point where we get to where our combined weights are below 514, and as of this morning, it was 512.2 combined. I was hoping to get the exact 514 moment, but yeah, as of today, it was 512.2, which is like basically just means that my entire start weight of 285 is
completely gone.
And that's just crazy to me. Like, we've eliminated an entire me.
Our combined weight is lower than my starting weight.
Yeah, like these two things combined, like you were carrying like
I was carrying
an extra me.
Your weight
I didn't even
right
think
now.
about that. Like, yeah, you were basically, oh my gosh, that's so weird to think
Coming up, footage of me carrying Jessica. I can carry her, don't you? I
but
totally
it's
can.
crazy, like you were carrying, that is insane.
I was carrying you around with me the entire time, and not just in my heart.
And Peef.
Yes, but Peef weighs like 3 million pounds,
Like,
so.
oh no, he weighs 1/4 of a pound. Anyway, so yeah, basically that was a really cool moment for us, and this Mary's Mini helped us do that. So I'm excited to see the rest of Mary's Mini. This will probably be our last like video update on it.
Yeah.
But if you follow us on social media, we'll definitely keep updating on there as well. And yeah.
But we definitely have some more exciting videos coming up.
Yes.
More recipes, more vlogs, more
Q&A.
whatever it is, Q&As. Yes, I definitely want to get back to the Q&A.
Yeah, we need to do the personal Q&A.
Yeah, but we got that stuff coming up, so please continue watching. And subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. If you're just now finding us, please subscribe and click that bell that is next to it so you can get all the notifications whenever we post new videos. Also, you can find us on our different social media stuff. We've talked about Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. And please interact with us. Leave a comment. Send us a message. And hopefully we will get back to you and respond. And because we really, really do like interacting with you people out there. And it really does make us happy to know that there are people out there enjoying what we're doing.
Yes.
And yeah.
I think that's all I got.
That's definitely all I got, except a few more days of potatoes that I get to deal with. But either way, that's it for us here at Crocs in the Kitchen. We'll see you next time. Bye.